Are you an empath or a highly sensitive person that is feeling overwhelmed by the intensity that's happening in the world around you? It's an incredibly intense time on the planet. So much is happening, and it's easy to be overwhelmed and get stuck because that we feel too much and then are unable to navigate, stabilize, and contribute in the current situation. So I have a training for you today that's going to support you in being clear on what needs to be done, as well as clearing what stands in the way of you being able to take action on these steps. I'm Christelle Arcucci, the founder of the Soul Purpose Network, supporting you to clear the blocks that stand in the way of you living in alignment with your soul purpose. So there are 5 tips I want to share with you. And the first one, there are several things underneath this one topic of daily self-care rituals. So this piece, self-care and taking care of yourself, is non-negotiable. So let's take a moment to simply clear out of your body-mind. And I encourage you to notice where you feel there is some resistance to this. Like for me, I feel some resistance in my neck. I feel some heaviness on the right side of my shoulder in taking care of myself. So I'm just gonna clear it out of my body, unwind any knots. Clearing, clearing, clearing. So for me, especially the right side, the right side, the right side. Clearing any resistance to taking exceptional care of myself. All right. So daily self-care rituals. This includes food, hydration, making sure you are eating whole, healthy foods. I am a fan of finding a nutrition plan that works for you, that is as close to the earth as possible, meaning it is primarily plant-based. If you need to eat animal protein, eating the highest quality animal protein. And I'm not going to go into the details of what diet is best, because I personally think it's a very individual thing. The one thing I think most people who are into nutrition can agree on is that whole organic foods, as close to the plant or the animal as possible, is better. Hydration. Make sure you're drinking enough water, create a system. So the thing I encourage you to do is, like, I drink 3 liters of water a day. So I have a water container, and so I know I need to drink 3 of those. So the plan is to drink the first one by 11, the second one by 2, and the third one by 6. So then generally I'm going to be drinking more water after 6, but it's best not to wait, is to spread it out like that, so that you are drinking it throughout the day and you're not at like 8 o'clock trying to chug water, because then it will keep you up at night. The next one is sleep. Sleep. Are you sleeping enough or as much as possible for your body? This helps us recharge, and sleep is such an important component. So knowing, like, this out of all of them is the most challenging one for me, because I'm a night person and I like to stay up late. And when I feel anxious, it's harder for me to fall asleep. So it's something that I'm consistently working on, is getting in bed as early as possible. And if I'm not in bed, doing activities that are more relaxing. Movement, move your body. So important. And it's important that you find a way to move your body into exercise that feels good for you. So what is that? Be willing to be in the exploration, be willing to try things, be willing to work through any resistance to movement. And like, I have created for a client a movement practice that they can do in bed for a client that had chronic fatigue. So then it was like, she would move while she was in bed. We created a little yoga routine that she could do in bed. So you can always move. So finding the way that you can do that every day. The 5th one here is connection. So making sure that you are connecting, not isolating. That often happens when we're stressed, is we will isolate ourselves. So are you spending time connecting with friends, family, your community, and finding ways that you can do this? And again, whenever you feel resistance, like for the first 6 months of this year, I was very much in isolation because I was really stressed by the current situation. So it's important that you take time to yourself And it's also important to find those ways that you can get out and get engaged in community. That feels good for you. All right. So number 2 is tune in enough to the current situation. So that means that getting swept up in watching the news or being on social media and clicking every single thing that grabs your attention. So often it's clickbait, it's meant to be, clicked on. It's not necessarily gonna be a good quality read. So knowing what sources you're getting your news from that you trust and feel confident about, and then it's like get enough information, but not reading every single thing or reading the same story by 10 different people. So get enough that you can be informed, and then create a boundary where it's like, okay, I've gotten the information of what's happening today and I know what action needs to be taken, and then shut it down. So that's having clear boundaries with yourself where it's like, okay, I know what's happening. I've taken in what I need to know, and then I'm going to create a clear boundary so that you can be giving from a place of fullness and participating in your day. So then how can you contribute? So contribution can be saying prayers for areas that there is, like for the Hurricane Harvey in the Houston area, saying prayers, doing energy healing, and this can all be done remotely. Focusing on your energy and attention on the experience that you want to have. So one of the challenging things that happens for empaths is we feel the devastation and we get stuck there. So the key is, again, that's tune in enough to know, wow, this is intense. People are losing everything. And to then get enough input and then turn your attention to contribution. How can you contribute? How can you hold the vision and the vibration for what you want people in that area to be experiencing? So you're holding that best case scenario vision and using whatever techniques and tools that you have to send that support and energy and vibration, right? It, like for the flooding, you could be visualizing the water receding and the water moving away and people's houses being restored and people getting the support they need, people being reconnected with their animals. So you can hold that vision. So that's a key part. That's a challenge for empaths, is we can just get stuck in the devastation. So it's important that you keep turning your attention to the contribution that you can make. And I believe we all have the capacity to heal and to send supportive energy. So holding that vision and holding that belief that your positive thoughts, prayers, energy, whatever it is that you feel resonant, asking for prayers from the angels, your spirit guides, your animal totems, or whatever it is that you relate to in that regard, that it makes a difference. Then of course in contribution, you can also be making financial contributions to causes that you believe in. So boundaries. So you're making your contribution, and then you also have to create a boundary about how much time and energy you are spending being in the intensity that, and this is a key part for empaths and HSPs to make, is to be able to create clear boundaries. Okay, well, if I am not taking care of myself, I am not going to be able to contribute to this global awakening that's happening. So it's important that I recognize that my safety, my livelihood needs to be taken care of. I need to keep showing up in my business. I need to be stabilized in my own life, because currently where I live, none of these events are a current threat in my immediate environment. So I am spending time daily contributing, tuning in, contributing to the shift of the places that are being hit the hardest, as well as the global awakening. And then I'm going into the place of like, okay, I need to be doing my work so I can make an even bigger contribution and impact. So that is creating the boundary of being like, okay, I'm going to work in the field of shifting and rebalancing and healing and sending energy to the places that are in the greatest challenge. I'm going to spend money contributing to causes I believe in. And then I'm going to create a boundary that it's like, okay, I am off duty. So I need to be able to switch off that empathy switch. And that was part of step 2 as well, is tune in enough so that I'm not being overwhelmed and bombarded by the feelings of other people, so that I can be tuned into what I am here to do. The last one is, once you have created boundaries, it's important, and that can be, you're doing your energy healing practice, you create a boundary, I'm now complete with this practice, you clear your energy, send back the, so for example, say you are feeling the intensity, devastation, fear, grief of either Hurricane Harvey or Irma and what's happening, and you're tuning in and feeling that intensity. Then you create the boundary of like, okay, I need to be in my place of contribution. Then it's important that you clear your own energy field. So here is one practice that you can do to pull back the energy that is yours and release what is not yours. So this is an essential part of being able to stabilize your own energy system, is being able to draw back the energy that is yours and release the energy that is not yours, the emotions that you're picking up from other people. So the way that you can do this is by inhaling, drawing back any energy that you have leaked out in a way that isn't contributing to your health. And as you exhale, send back the energy that is not yours and does not belong to you. So with your inhale, you're drawing back that which is yours, that which is your energy, that which is needed for your own health and safety. Then as you exhale, you're releasing energy that is not yours. So this simple practice helps to clear your energy field. There are lots of clearing techniques, brushing your energy field, simply by, so many of the energy clearing techniques are so obvious, but doing things like that, like literally brushing yourself off, like you're brushing lint off your body, and also putting your feet on the earth, taking showers, using sage, using essential oils. There are so many great ways to clear your energy field, and I encourage you to be doing them regularly. Be doing these practices. They will serve you better when you do them instead of just knowing them. Epsom salt baths are great. Connecting with the earth, connecting with the trees helps to ground. So you can also use your grounding cord, so that is an energetic cord that runs from your hips down your legs, or it can run straight from your tailbone down into the core of the earth, and releasing any energy that is no longer serving you. So that can bring that energy back to the core of the earth, where it can be transmuted into pure positive energy. So these are this is the training I want to share with you for today. If you have any questions about anything that I shared, please post it in the comments and spread the word. I think I keep seeing more and more people that are expressing that they're an empath and they're struggling right now. So this is a simple training that everyone can implement today. So please like, share, comment, and stay tuned for more training, sending you blessings and support to be able to utilize the techniques and the tools that you have and that you know to recharge your own batteries and contribute to the transformation of the world. See you next time.